Hi, my name is Nevine Michaan, and I'm from Katona Yoga. I'm going to teach Moon Salutation. Okay? So, where Sun Salutation always starts on the front of the mat, and a Sun Salutation is basically really that waking up for the sun. The Moon Salutation is really all about the ebb and flow of the tide and that movement of the magnetic pull of the moon, right? So we start a Moon Salutation on the back of the mat on the floor. Okay, where a Sun Salutation is basically set up at a 10 count, right? Because really you're starting up and you're ending up, right? And is really the integrity of the day. The Moon Salutation is played at a 14 count, right? Which basically has 7 movements up and 7 movements back down, right? So I'm just going to start putting you through it, and then we'll really break it down a little more as we keep moving through. Okay? So Moon Salutation always starts in a seed pose. And a seed pose, very similar to a baby's pose, a child's pose, but the real difference is also the intention, right? In that the eyeballs are in the kneecaps, the hands are wrapped around the feet, and that you are contained as teeny tiny as you can, just like a seed. Okay? So you have a couple of moments in the seed to really just move the breath, inhaling and exhale. Know that the sound that the breath likes to hear, or rather I say the sound that the kidneys like to hear the most, is the oceanic sound of the breath. So when you make the breath oceanic, it soothes you. And that's why there's a tremendous amount of lullaby, self-soothing, right, when you're in a seed pose, because really you're being soothed by the fact that you belong to great nature. Okay? So take a seed pose, and then when you're ready on an in-breath, rise yourself up and organize yourself to really shape the moon and see the moon in the night sky. Then when you exhale, bring yourself back down to the land and know that it is about your contact on the earth as the fertility, as the sprout that's about to come out. Okay? When you inhale, you're going to start to move through the waters into an upward-facing dog. Now, initially, first times I do the pose, I like to spend time in each pose, knowing that each pose can be done by itself, has its own integrity. When you exhale, you're going to bring yourself back on the land by moving it into a dog pose. Yeah, beautiful. When you inhale, you can lunge a foot forwards, you can bend the back knee down unless you want to do it with a straight leg. And again, you're going to shape the moon. It is a crescent moon pose. When you exhale, the hands come down, you pick up the back thigh comes forwards, and you fold in half. And now the moon rises in the night sky. So as you inhale, you rise, you rise, you rise, you rise, you rise, until you see the moon in its night sky. When you exhale, you start the descent of the moon. When you inhale, you extend out, and again you see the crescent moon. When you exhale, you bring yourself back on land. Right? When you inhale, right, you get pulled out by the tide. And then when you exhale, you bring the knees down, you bring the butt back, you bring the forehead down, and you bring yourself back into the seed. So let's just move through this one. Okay? So when you're ready, right, put yourself in a seed, give yourself a moment to just move the breath and to make the connection, to occupy yourself as the center and everything around you as the circumference. So now when you're ready on an in-breath, rise up and see the night sky. Exhale, come down and organize yourself on land. Inhale and start to move through the waters, knowing that the water is pulled by the moon. Exhale, get pulled back on the land. Right? So now as you inhale, lunge your foot forwards, bend the knee down, and rise and see the crescent moon. Then as you exhale, you come down and you bring the back foot forwards and you find the integrity, right, of being yourself on land. Now inhale and raise the night sky. Rise, 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 rise until you see the moon in the night. Then exhale, you start descending. Then inhale, you start extending. Lunge your foot back, see it in its crescent. Right? Then exhale, bring it back on land, bring it into its dog. Right? Then inhale, move through the waters, knowing that the waters are always being pulled forwards. And then exhale, bring the knees down, bring the butt back, bring yourself back into the seed. Right? And give it a moment. So inhale 1, rise up and see the night sky. Exhale 2, descend down and see the land. Inhale 3, start to travel through the waters. Exhale 4, get pulled back to the shores. Inhale 5, lunge a foot forwards, find the crescent. Exhale 6, bring it into yourself. And 7 is the rise, 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 rise. Halfway up so you can see, or rather all the way up so you see the night sky. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, extend out, see it in its crescent. Exhale, put yourself on land. Inhale, let the waves pull you out. And then you have to fight the currency. Put the knees down, put the butt back, put the forehead back into the seat. Beautiful. Take a breath. Okay? Then inhale, 1, rise up and see the sky. Exhale, 2, descend and see the land. Inhale, 3, move through your waters. Exhale, 4, pull it back to shore. Inhale, 5, pull forwards and see it in its crescent. Exhale, 6, right, integrate it and put it inside of you. And then 7 is the rise, 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 until you see the moon in the night sky. 8 starts the descent. 9, extend back, and again you're seeing it in its crescent, right? 10, bring it back into the land in its dog. 11, get pulled out, right? Pull, pull, pull. And then knees go down, butt goes back, forehead hits ground. Beautiful. And then take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 1, rise yourself up. Exhale, 2, fold yourself forwards. Inhale, 3, push yourself through. Exhale, 4, push yourself back. Inhale, 5, lunge into the potential. See in its crescent. Exhale, 6, right, fold in. Now 7 is the rise. Rise, 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 until you're seeing that whole full moon. 8, descend the moon. Beautiful. 9, extend into its crescent. 10, put it on the land. 11, let the tide pull it. And then 12, right, bring the knees down, bring the butt back. 13, forehead hits ground. 14, you bring yourself back to the pod. Inhale, 1, rise up. Exhale, 2, fold forwards. Inhale, 3, push through. Exhale, 4, pull back. Inhale, 5, lunge forwards. Exhale, 6, fold forwards. Inhale, 7, rise, 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 rise. Exhale, 8, start the descent. Inhale, 9, extend it back. Exhale, 10, put it on the land. Inhale, 11, pull through. And then knees go down, butt goes back, forehead hits ground, right? And then be a seed. Beautiful. Bring it up. Give it a moment. That was 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. Right? So it's just to really show you that you just take a sequence and you just ride it through and ride it through and ride it through. The beauty of these sequences is really to do it to music, because ears are kidneys, and kidneys and the ears are all impacted by water. So it is really the ebb and flow of the tide, right, really manipulated by the breath. And that's why really this is a piece that's done very well to music. So find a piece of music you like, right, and use it, because yoga eventually is fluid and pliant. The first yoga you normally play tends to be a bit rigid, because it is to learn forms. But finally, the next yoga is much more fluid. It's like taking print and making script. When you make script, you never take the hand off the page, right? You never lose the flow of the currency you're playing with. Very pretty. Thank you.